Welcome, boys. Welcome to the big reveal of the year, to the all-new V8. But not just one new V8, a complete revision to the entire V8 range. Folks, this is not your ordinary reveal. This is something V special. The launch of a major mechanical revision to the entire range. More power, better fuel economy. And announcing the brand new Opticruise gearbox too. But of course, that's only half of the story. There's a little magic number that all you V8 fanatics are absolutely desperate to hear confirmed. It is, of course, the new horsepower of our most powerful truck in the range. And I can tell you, it hasn't been easy keeping this one a secret. Announcing the world's most powerful tractor unit in serial production, the new king of the road, the 770 horsepower V8. Visually, and it's often the case with most premium brands, the revisions are actually a little bit more subtle, but we do have an updated grey metallic grille, and we've got an additional chrome roof front trim, as well as some more minor revisions in the instrument cluster inside. Now, just a reminder, folks, Scania are the only manufacturer with a V layout engine, and that matters when you need it most. Now, whether that's the highest levels of performance or the greatest driving experience available today. So whether you need the power, the torque, or that halo statement of your business success, or of course, the ultimate reward for your hardworking and your loyal drivers, it has always got to be a Scania. The all-new V8 range has a substantial revision to the drivetrain. Now, this includes a power increase across all applications from the 16-litre engine, and now includes an entry rating of 530, we've got a 590, a 660, and of course, the spine-tingling 770. If that wasn't enough, what makes this launch extra special is what I hope is a genuine surprise. It's the announcement of the brand new Opticruise gearbox, which I can tell you has been in development for 6 whole years. And it shows. It's got a load of mechanical improvements, which results in things like faster shifts, improved efficiency, lower noise levels, and longer service intervals. It is a phenomenal feat of engineering that lowers fuel consumption by 1% in itself. But folks, the V8 is the beating heart of Scania. It's a symbol of the passion that we have for building the greatest products. And all of this is backed up by the highest levels of support from what I believe is the warmest and hardest working people in the industry.
The all-new Scania V8 range and the new Opticruise gearbox have been subjected to substantial updates. Some of the improvements, like the new Opticruise gearbox, have been in development for over 6 years, and today we announce the culmination of all of that hard work. The result is impressive. An increase in power, but with a total fuel saving of up to 6%, depending on the final spec. The engine update can provide a potential saving of 2%, and the Opticruise gearbox a further 1%. And when cruising in direct drive, in combination with the faster rear axle ratios, a further 3% saving is possible, giving a substantial saving of up to 6% in total. The efficient range ever. Contributing to making these savings possible is a substantial saving in weight, which has been engineered into both the engine and the gearbox. The new gearbox is 60 kilos lighter, and the new 770 has shed 75 kilos, all of which, of course, has had benefits in terms of increasing the payload and reducing the running costs. Let's break down the technical detail, starting with the engines. Many of the components have been updated and optimised in this new engine. All the horsepowers in the range, 530, 590, 660 and the 770. We start with a completely new exhaust gas after-treatment concept that introduces twin dosing SCR, improving atomisation of AdBlue before it reaches the catalyst. We have a new high-pressure fuel pump, new engine management system, a new optimized 180 amp alternator. We've increased the compression ratio as well as increasing peak cylinder pressure, and we've been able to reduce internal friction throughout the range. In addition to this, and unique to the flagship 770, we've also got rid of the EGR to operate an SCR-only concept, added a new fixed geometry ball bearing turbo to reduce weight and simplify the installation, a new single bank exhaust manifold to optimize cylinder scavenging, a new disengageable air compressor, and a new variable steering pump, both of which reduce parasitic losses. New rocker covers with V8 styling. You can see how extensive the revisions to just the engine are. The technical data for the 4 outputs in the range show increased power and torque for almost all applications. The entry rating of 530, developing a peak torque of 2,800 Newton meters from 925 RPM, all the way up to the new flagship 770, developing a peak torque of a staggering 3,700 Newton meters from only 1,000 RPM. High torque, low rev has been a cornerstone of Scania engines, and it characterizes the driving appeal the V8 commands. These truly are our highest performing engines ever. It's important to point out that all of our 16-litre Euro 6 V8 engines will run on renewable fuels. The 590 can be prepared to operate with biodiesel, and everything else can use HVO. That's hydro-treated vegetable oil, as well as diesel, without any modification, straight from the factory. Let's talk about the new Opticruise gearbox. After 6 years of development and testing, it's finally ready to hit the market. The new Scania Opticruise gearbox contains a lot of new technology. This really is a major revision that is exciting to reveal today. The revisions reduce internal losses, therefore improving energy efficiency and lowering fuel consumption by 1% in the gearbox alone. We've reduced the oil volume in the gearbox, improved the gear lubrication using a new spray function, reducing drag through the lubricant system. We've removed the reverse gear using a planetary gear for reversing. We've increased the ratio spread. That includes both a supercrawler and an overdrive gear. We've reduced the weight and length of the gearbox itself, and there's a completely new aluminium housing to support that. Synchros have been removed to save weight, and shaft brakes now synchronize the speed to give a slicker change. We've improved the freewheeling retarder, and there's a new PTO program. Also, finally, and very interestingly, the changes to the lubrication system allow drains to be extended to up to 1 million kilometres, which has obvious total operating economy benefits. The all-new Scania V8 range is a major mechanical update affecting a large section of the overall drivetrain. The revisions are meaningful, have been years in development, and with up to 6% potential fuel saving, the V8 makes as much economical sense as it does emotional.